Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a very important concept called social influence, which is part of group dynamics and which tells us how our behavior is influenced in a community. So, in a broad concept, social influence tells us how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are shaped by the presence and actions of others around us so as to conform to the socially accepted norms. It plays a key role in shaping our behaviors, our decision making skills, and social dynamics. By understanding how social influence impacts us, we can recognize and analyze the reasons for our behavior and beliefs and helps us to weed out the negative ones. So, there are various kinds of social influences that determine our behavior in groups or communities and even in corporate sectors. Let's look at some of them very briefly. I would like to talk about it. The first would be conformity. When we talk about conformity, it is all about how we change our own behavior and beliefs to match the others in the group. Even though we may disagree with them, we are conforming to the group. For example, let's look at the peer pressure in teenagers. They try to conform with behaviors and fashions in the group, like smoking, drugs, etc., just to be accepted. The second kind of social influence would be compliance. When we agree to a request from someone in the group, though we don't want to, just to avoid conflict and gain approval. For example, if our neighbor requests us once to take care of their dog, saying it's just one-time request, and because you agreed, then you start seeing a repeated request of the same. That's being compliant, just to be accepted in that particular group of communities of neighborhoods. Third one would be obedience. In this kind of influence, we may follow the direct orders from an authority figure, though it may conflict with our personal groups and personal morals. For example, cult groups. Cult groups, there will be an authority figure that will put down the rules and everyone follows it just to be part of that group. I think the fourth one would be social norms. If there are certain written or unwritten rules laid down by a group, we adjust our behavior for acceptance. Just as an example, suppose in a meeting, group meetings in that particular group, the idea is we come on time or the idea is we come late, then everyone follows that group norm just to be part of that group. Fifth one would be group thinking. In group thinking, when we accept negative behaviors and reject positive criticism, this leads to a lack of constructive group dynamics. Just as an example, suppose we are launching a new project, and if some people or someone points out some genuine flaws in it, it's overlooked because the majority has voted for it. So, let's look at the sixth and the seventh also, which act as social influences in our life. The sixth one would be persuasion. When strong words are used with good strategy and communication skills to influence others in the group, and we all get swayed by it. Just an example, we take in advertisements. They're planning to launch a car. And what do? They show a family going on a vacation or a picnic, showing that they're very happy and the well-being because they're traveling in that car. So that's persuasion techniques in social influence. The seventh would be social comparisons. Sometimes we are influenced positively and negatively based on a perception by others. Just as an example, in Insta we see so-called slim people following so-called crash diets or keto diets and all. And so we get influenced because we want to look like them. So we compare ourselves to those who may not be like us and get influenced by them. So this is all a very important part of group dynamics in a situation. This could be within the family, within the community, or at company in large. So social influence is determined by certain aspects like conformity, compliance, obedience, social norms, group thinking, persuasion, and social comparisons. I hope it helps you a little in understanding how social influence works and how our behaviors work when we are in a group or a community at large. Thank you.